Sometimes you read Spectrum and you just gotta laugh.
Hello YouTubers, this is noobifier. I started this new play series called Community Concerns because I have more time to research, and if you missed past installments, start it like a podcast, right? Consider bookmarking it and checking every once in a while, and if it's fun, do me a favor and share it with your friends or org mates. Today is the 24th of May, 2022. I try to do them on Tuesday, and I try to choose threads that are well presented and have a good banter back and forth. We begin, and I'll preface all of this by telling you that there's only one thing that people are thinking about, and that's free fly. Turk wanted to know if CIG was using a magic 8-ball when choosing how to decide, and or if there was someone actually at the wheel of this bus. They backed in 2014, and each time that they see a free fly, it's embarrassing. Like clockwork. The cycle has always been, the game seems to be working well, someone decided to rush a patch, and then that patch breaks the game. Bam! Perfect time, launch the free fly. 2 weeks after, when everyone is done, the patch seems to be mysteriously fixed and shit goes back to normal as we wait for the next PTU to begin the next quarter. They said that 3.17 seemed to be okay after a couple of days from being released, and then the new 0.1 patch released and everything turns back to crap. They said it makes starcitizen look bad and is probably keeping more people away, but as I always say, numbers, if taken out of context, don't lie. If I only look at the money coming in and the number of new accounts being made, I could say that things are fantastic. Just because the game made $10 million during the free fly doesn't mean that that's good though, right? Just because the game is making more than last year doesn't mean that things are perfect. Who knows if that 10 million could have been 100 million if the game was stable. And then some say, who cares about all of that right now? Now may not be the time we want to push hard anyways, as we want to wait nearer to launch. I'm going to say that if you're not focusing on how people see your product and are not worried about the optics, then keep doing what you're doing, CIG, and make 10 million. Turk does have a point though, this seems to happen all the time. Streamers and content creators joke about it now, but is it really a joke? Is this how things should be? Is this okay? CIG's making a killing lately in a little bubble with people like Level Cap and Jax Frags making weekly content. The hype seems to be fueling the funding regardless of the state of the free fly. Tuck then went on to comment that the post from CIG that the poor performance was from servers being hit hard combined with a free fly. And yeah, Tuck said, duh, buy more server space if that's even possible. I don't even know if that's possible. Tuck then said that they need a more rapid deployment plan, and sure, something unexpected is unexpected, but if you know about it enough that you've made a post about it, then plan more load when you're hosting the free fly. It would be like I went door to door around my neighborhood asking everyone to come over for a barbecue and then not buying more hot dogs. As Tuck said, don't let the recent amazing work from the studios be ruined by something as stupid as a lack of server. To quote them, that is as embarrassing as an ice vendor running out of ice who happens to be located on the world's largest freshwater iceberg. Tarka Roche said that shit happens and CIG isn't blind to this situation. They said that CIG knows the servers are going to be hit, but server time costs money, so they believe that no matter how prepared the company would be, the experience will always be bad because the game isn't finished. And then they linked the OP to the 6600 letter from Chris this week, which is pretty stupid, right? Because they're basically saying, hey boo, go educate yourself before posting in Spectrum. Tuck replied, a new company, sure, but this is year 10, and based on all the data collected from past years, they figured that CIG would come up with a better plan, or a better plan would be more apparent. Tuck said that they could be racking in the millions if the state of the game was more playable, which that makes sense. And Takaroche rebutted that within the letter from Chris, it specifically states that the current infrastructure can't handle the larger loads and that they're building the tech to meet the demands. Then Tuck came back with a wet trout across his face and said, lol, thank you very much for making my point. Simply releasing a letter just before something releases and saying that it won't work isn't a free card to absolve yourself from a spotty release. The real solution would be to postpone the event until the end of a stable patch and then show the new players the game without the new stuff but stability. Book more server time if that's necessary and then use the marketing event as a tool to market the game rather than more ammo for the trolls and the haters. That would be like being in a fist fight to the death with someone and just before you're about to win, you throw them a knife so it's easier for them to finish you off. The next person who posted, their name made me laugh. Citizen Wallets Closed agreed with the OP, saying that it makes no sense that CIG always breaks the game just before a free fly event. They offered 3 possible situations and wanted to know which we felt was most likely. 1, they know that it's busted and they don't care. 2, they know that it's busted and they can't prevent it. Or 3, they honestly feel that this time would be different and it would all magically work. So this went on between some obvious haters and white knights. There was some good conversation. There really isn't a point to all of the discussion, as long as CIG never reads the concerns or never acknowledges any of it, things seem to be the same. We always get a post-mortem with these types of things. The first couple times we got them, it was very good. They say, wow, there were so many people and it broke the servers. We're going to do better next time. Thanks for the record funding and the record server load. And then they talk a little bit about the event. That's great until it seems to be just a copy-paste over and over again over the years, regardless of being the truth or not. On the subject, there was another thread, and I'm just going to combine this one into the next one because it's a big story and jump from thread to thread because all of it is the same thing. Everything on Spectrum is people venting about the free fly. Boozer said that they're happy that they never chose to invite people to the free fly. They said that they're happy with Star Citizen and also happy to keep it a secret from their friends until much later. You're supposed to, with friends, be able to log in, see the event, rent ships, and test them out. None of that works, and he's happy that his friends won't be able to laugh at him this year, like last year, because he didn't invite them. Moonfly proclaims that the playability is the worst that they've seen for years, and they posted a big list that they compiled. I'm going to post that up, and to be honest, this week, as I said, it's the same post over and over again. One topic, that is, why is CIG seeming to launch a patch, break the game, and then launch a free fly? It's one thing to show people the newest feature, but wouldn't it be better to show the entire game without that one feature and have stability? Comment in the comments. This one point is important. Do you care? Have you stopped inviting people to participate? Do you think Free Fly should be on a stable patch? Do you think that this is just classic CIG and has now become a meme and part of their charm? That's it, guys. I'll be back next week, hopefully with a wider range of topics if we get one. I still thought it was interesting to see what people are talking about, and I hope you did as well. And that was the point of what I'm doing. It takes time. You can help me by posting the content to friends or org mates. Thank you very much for the support. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.